Hello, everybody. Welcome to a special Sunday afternoon session where I'm coming back in to complete all the donations that I didn't get to this morning, and then all the free readings. I didn't get to any this morning, so we'll complete those in this session as well. There is no chat, and because I'm not taking any new requests, but I'll be back on Friday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. In the meantime, if you are wanting guidance for anything new, you should check out my main page. I've got I'm sorry, I don't know if this was working or not. Okay, so I'm live now. All right, I am live. The I've got a ton of content on my main page. We got June and July monthlies out there. I have weekly pick a cards. We have cancer season that's coming up next week, that's there, and a bunch of other pick a cards. So if you're looking for guidance, you can check that out. Also, I offer readings. If you're interested in purchasing one, they're all down in the description box of the video as well. So you have all those options. After I'm done, I will post a comment listing the order in which all these readings were completed so you can find your reading much more quickly as well. All right. So let us continue here. We're going to continue to use the Tarot of the Dragons. So, whoops, a beautiful deck here as I smacked the microphone. Sorry about that if that made a noise. All right. So I have a few donations first. So we're going to start with those and then we'll get into the free reading. So I have two for Supernova. So I'm going to join those together so they're not out of sync. You can just watch them one after each other here. So, and thank you for your multiple donations. I greatly appreciate it and sending you lots of love. The question number 6 is, how have you been affected energetically by what you're going through, and are you handling it with grace? Oh, wow. Okay. Let's take a look here. All right. So how is it impacting you energetically? And I feel like you need that one there. Okay. Anything else? And those two. All right. Is that 3 ones? Okay. So, well, you definitely have here this fiery energy. So here's the energetically, right? You're asking about energetically. You got the Tower and the 5 of Wands. And so whatever this is, that's things are being removed out of your life. And I feel like you're really the 5 of Wands is about transforming lower vibrational to higher vibrational energy. So it's kind of like the second part of the question. Are you handling it with grace? Absolutely. And there's times where you go into the lower vibrational energy and you drag yourself out of it and you spark yourself, and that happens. The Tower, other times they will remove things out of your life to help you, but a lot of what you're wanting, you've been wanting to experience. And Tower cards happen, like Tower moments where things are removed for us, happen when they're blocking us from going on to the next thing. So they'll remove some things out of your life to allow you to move on to whatever needs to happen next for you. But I feel like you're realizing with that Tower card that everything in your life does happen for you. And as you experience this and you go through it, it like repetition is how humans learn, right? And so when you're asking about how you've been affected energetically with what you're going through, is it actually teaches us, because when we have things that trigger us and draw us, then we look at it and we remove that trigger. The next trigger comes up, it draws us into lower vibration. We're like, oh, okay, let me work through that. That one's removed. The next trigger happens. And all these triggers that we're all given as we're growing up, it's not something specific to you, though sometimes I know it feels like it. Like, doesn't seem like anyone else is going through this, but they are, trust me. And there's this removal of this that gets, these triggers that get removed. And then we have more freedom, more flowing energy. So let's take a look here. That's underneath the bottom of the deck. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah. And so you're learning a lot. Your higher self, the Hierophant, is having you and pulling you up to see things from a higher point of view, allowing you to see the capital T truths of who you really are, removing those triggers, which are the small T truths, which are triggering emotional fear. You have the Queen of Wands, the ruler over the wands with the king, but she's very in tune with spirit. She has an extra she's different than the other page, knight, and king that all of them usually have a salamander or a lizard to protect them from the heat of the energy. But the Queen of Wands usually has a black cat, which connects her to the higher realms, in addition to the connection energetically they already have, which allows a strong connection. So I feel like it's allowing you to connect more to your spirit guides, to your higher self, to because you're seeing this rift where the fear things are becoming more darker and the higher vibrations becoming more lighter. That's kind of happening across the planet with this Pluto being in Aquarius. And so you're experiencing this and you're feeling the difference. And it's a bigger gap in between the two to where you're like, I don't want to be down here. I want to be up there, right? So I do feel like that's the awareness is a big piece of all this. Yeah. Here you have the high priestess. High priestess, she goes into her high priestess temple, but goes backward, uh, upward, connects with spirit, goes behind the veil, looking into things, dives deep into her emotions. Seven of Pentacles is just have patience with what's unfolding. You will see fruition come, but sometimes it can feel like it's taking forever. But just know that the stages are happening. You can speed things up, and we'll see it here with the Three of Wands. You can change direction. You have the power with the Three of Wands, which tells you that with new information, you are the one that can change directions. You don't have to stay on the same highway. You can go on to another one. And this is the choice of each moment. Yeah, here you got the Devil card, then you have the Ten of Cups. Joy, 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 and freedom, and then suppression and darkness. It's the two that are there, and neither's right, neither's wrong, but each choice is different and it brings different results. We know that when we choose lower vibration, it feels restrictive and low energy and feel like you're trapped and powerless and worthless and all those other delicious emotions we feel that we come here to experience. And then when we're done, we can choose higher vibration if we want. And it's all up to us, right? There's no wrong amount of time or right amount of time. We know when we're done. We're like, it's like, what's the perfect amount of time for a child to go play at a playground? There isn't. When they're done, they're like, all right, I'm ready to go. That's the way it goes, right? So I feel like that's what's coming in for that one there, Nova. So many blessings for that. And then your seventh question was, what does your higher self want you to know about your energy and your soul? All right. Excuse me. All right. What does your higher self want you to know about your energy and your soul? Okay. All right. Yes. All right. So we got one, two, three, four, and five. Bottom of the deck, you got the Three of Pentacles, which is about being true to your authentic self, your creativity, that you have great creative energy, and that I don't say it comes with a price, but it does. You if you look at all the great artists of the world and musicians, everything, it didn't come for free. They didn't have like a solid, steady life where they were like, oh, I just created this song just because I imagined what it might feel like to go through pain or this or that or whatever. When it comes down to it, they were like, no, I went through hell, but now I have these stories. It's like if you ever saw Witcher, because of everything that the Witcher went through, the little troubadour, whatever, the ones that play the guitar that followed him around telling of his stories, there wouldn't be very good songs if they didn't have those things that they went through, right? So I feel like they're saying you have a very creative soul, and the stories that you wanted to tell, you put in, like, I want to experience all this so that I can tell a story and help other people that go through this too. So, you signed up for it. And when we realize that, it kind of makes it a little easier feeling that's not happening to me, that I signed up for it and it's unfolding for me so that I can learn and I can share, and through music and lyrics and interviews and whatever you have in the future, that you can share it, and it'll help other people who are struggling with it in the moment. When they hear a song or watch you in an interview or whatever, they're just like, she gets me, right? So I like it. Yeah, and Ace of Swords. So you do have access to higher knowledge. Important thing is you have this gift of the Ace of Swords for writing, communicating, and your journaling is such a big important part of all this, of getting the emotions, getting things onto paper, getting things out of you instead of holding it in. It allows you to reflect on it, and also it'll be helpful in the future too. So I like that. You have the Knight of Wands. So you are in the quest for stepping into your power here, and you have all the ability within you, right? The outside world is just a mirror, and we gain tools and different things that help us. That's all about is removing obstacles to find our power and stepping into it. Realizing that whatever I focus on is what expands. And um, I just feel like we were talking earlier about how you're so influenced by the planetary energies, by the moon energies, by the energies around you. It's really important for you to really pay attention where your energy is every moment, because you can slide into the lower vibrational energy really easy right now, until you have changed your habit to focus on the higher vibration. There's such a deep cavern of this habit that things just naturally fall into that. But when you're digging a new one, then things will start to fall that way until this one, let's like you take if you like you have a ditch here and you're trying to build a ditch here to have the water go this way instead of this way. Each time you take a big shovel from here, you throw it over there and it's filling that up. So this is becoming less of a habit as this is becoming more of your habit and your power. But it's stepping into your power, knowing that you have everything. Yeah. I love the universe. Big dragon eye. This is about ending of cycles. Trust that there's going to be this victorious time, and just hang in there. This is the ending of the old ways of doing things, the beginning of a new adventure. So free feeling that you will, it's worth the wait. So hang in there. Four of Cups, you got emotional stability. Emotional stability is possible and is coming in your future. So I like that. And then the Page of Swords. You got the Ace of Swords and the Page of Swords. So you not only have your current gift, but you have an upgrade here later as well. Because the Ace of Swords was over here in the beginning, Page of Swords is your last card. So they're just like, you have a gift that you're given, but a little ways down the road, when all this stuff is transforming, there's a heightened, even upgraded gift that's given to you in communication, in clarity, in mindfulness, and seeing things from a higher perspective too. So hopefully that helps. Right? That's what they have for you, Nova. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for your dual donations. And then Moonlight 5. So Moonlight 5, we have your donation plus. I saw you had a free reading. You had another question. So instead of putting like your donation one here and then putting the free ones where you have to try to find it, I'm just putting them both together here for the ease of use. So you'll have your donation one and then your other one here together. All right. So first, thank you for your donation. Wait for it. Wait for it. I like it. I used to tell people, my friends, wait for it when they're, getting into a relationship or dating someone, like, wait for it. You just wait for it, and then you'll see crazy. If you wait long enough, you will see crazy if it exists. And sure enough, they're like, oh my God. I go, there you go. So, Moonlight, will your ex get control of his life? Does he need your help for anything? All right, let's take a look here. Will he get control of his life? And does he need your help with anything? All right, let's see what we got here. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Swords. This is peace of mind and mental stability. So I feel like they're okay. They will get control of their life eventually. Let's see what they have going on here. Yeah, they're battling. They've got a battle between their head and their heart here with the Five of Swords. And but the King of Cups is this energy of balancing the head and the heart. And so that's what's telling me here with this stability with the fours of the Four of Swords, with the Five of Swords and the Knight of Cups. That's where the struggle is, that they do find that control. So they will get control of their life. And do they need your help with anything? Let's take a look here. No. So you've got the Empress and the Knight, not the Knight, the King of Pentacles. And the Empress is all about Mother Nature and Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself and focusing on your own abundance, focusing on your own world. They've got to go through this themselves. You can't do anything to help. They've got to decide on the inside, and then things happen, and you can't control any of that. And you also have the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. So the Ace of Swords is about, looking at things from a higher perspective. And the Eight of Pentacles is realizing that you are in this transformation, right? You're in the cocoon transforming to a butterfly. They're a caterpillar trying to outrun their shadow, and they don't have time to get into the cocoon because they're freaking out. And fear is what's igniting them. That's the battling. The fears of their mind are battling the emotions of their heart and some lower vibrational emotions with that too. And you're working on yourself and you're progressing, and that's what you need to do. You just need to continue to be in your process of turning into a butterfly, and that if they don't turn into a butterfly, then they got to go do caterpillar things, and you got to go do butterfly things that you're transforming. So you can't force a caterpillar, kind of squeeze on them and make them squish out a cocoon and throw them in there and sew them in there and go change, dang it. No, caterpillar has to do it naturally, has to do its life's purpose, right? Has to do what it's going to do. And then, but a butterfly can't undo themselves to go become a caterpillar. And who wants to after you're able to taste sweet nectar? Because that's what butterflies seek after. Instead of eating leaves like a caterpillar, butterflies can migrate and go 1,000 miles. Caterpillar was like, they can do that in 10 lifetimes. There's no way, because they get to a little stream, can't get across it, I'll drown. So they have to go try to find a way across, or wait for it to dry up and then go across, and it takes forever for them to travel anywhere, right? So I just feel like that's what they're wanting you to focus on, is your own transformation, the own changes that you have going on. And if you're, wanting to, if your heart aches because you feel like there's nothing you can do for them and you want to help them with their lives, you can send them love energy from a distance. And if you check out my Take 10 with Zen playlist on my main page, it's at the top. There's like a list of playlists. You might have to scroll, go to the right or whatever, and you'll see Take 10 with Zen, and there will be a heartache. Yeah, it's heartache episode, because that's when our heart aches. it tells us how we can send love to help someone. So you can check that out. So thank you for your donation. And then for your free reading, you said, questions for your spirit guide. Will things turn out the way you hope if you stay patient? And how long must you wait? All right, let's take a look here. So let's take a look and see what they have here. So will things turn out the way you hope, and how long will it take? All right. So will things turn out? Oh God. Oh. All right. Yeah. So you've got the Seven of Pentacles, which is about, you know, the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. You'd have to be very, very patient. It's like the seedling is planted, takes time for the seed, once it's planted, for the seedling to break through the shell, then make its way up through the ground, and it breaks the ground, and then it starts growing, and then it gets bigger, and then it starts getting bigger, starts getting little small branches, it gets bigger, the trunk gets bigger, the leaves get, then it gets leaves, and then it gets blossoms, and then it gets fruit. And it cannot be the same season. Like, I know my brother had an apple tree, and it's like normally it takes 2-3 years for it to start bearing fruit. It's like, oh really? It's like it's a long haul, right? And I imagine this is about Two of Cups. This would be about relationships that you're what you're hoping for, and it just feels like there's it'd be a long, long period of time. And you have the Strength card. You have the strength and the courage to wait if you wanted, but this is about, it's your human self is the dragon and your higher self, and the relationship with your higher self is important. And I feel like the more that you turn inward and upward and you are working on, while we're waiting for anyone else to go through what they're going through, we can focus on our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are limiting us, um, making us feel powerless, shrinking us, our emotions, anything that no longer serves us, we can energetically or physically too be working on all that. But when we raise our love vibration, that's the becoming the butterfly, that if someone else isn't, that it comes a point where you're like, I can't wait around anymore. And I kind of feel like that's where it will go here. And though we love someone, something that's important that they're reminding me that they're like, remember the lesson you learned? I'm like, I did. I used to fall for the possibilities of who someone could be, even if they didn't have the desire to be it. You learn that people are going to show you who they are, and don't fall in love with who they could be. Say, could I be in love with and have a healthy relationship with who they are? Because people don't change very fast, if at all, sometimes. And so it's just like, all right, I can still love them from a distance, but I can love myself more. Okay. So I like that for you. All right. And that's what they have for you, Moonlight. So many blessings to you. Right. And then the last donation we have is Maria P. And then Maria, I did see your free reading too. And like I just did with Moonlight, so that you don't have to go try to find it amongst the rest of these, I'm going to do your donation first and then your free reading request that you had. And then after that, we'll start into free readings for everybody. So hang in there. All right. Hope everyone's having an amazing, happy Sunday. Just, these weekends fly by so fast, and so grateful. All right. So thank you for your donation, Maria. We're doing the David check-ins. Let's see here. Did David think of you today? All right. That's one card, 3 cards for his thoughts about you, and what is he up to today? What else is he up to today? Okay. All right. So did he think of you today? Well, you got 6 of Swords. I feel like you get this when we ask about if they're thinking about you. There's this movement of thought, leaving behind old ways of thinking, higher ways of thinking. So I feel like that is a yes, because Swords is thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and the brain. So I feel like that was to be a yes. Their thoughts is the Magician. They call it the Shaman here, but the Magician card. Let's see if I can get it to focus here. Here it is. It's about action and well, there's passion there too, but there's also that, this energy if I have everything within me that I need to make a dream come true or to make things come true. And so I feel like their thought was looking at you going, you're kind of the full package and, that kind of energy that's there. Um, let's see, what is he up to today? Yeah, it looks like here he's got the Queen of Swords, which is balancing of the head and the heart, and the Ace of Pentacles, which is like I feel like a new project. So they're going back and forth uh, between their mind and their heart and action. I kind of feel like they're doing some sort of home improvement because I feel like I want to do this. All right, let's do it. It's like I'm gonna rip the tile off the wall. What's happening? I feel like they're working on their home. I wonder if they bought like a fixer upper and so they're redoing some things in their home while they're doing everything else. And I feel like it's a big project though. I'm just like, better why not? Better just do it now. Let's just get started at least. And so I feel like they're, you know, up to their, you know, kazoo and uh tearing down something to remodel it or whatever. That's funny that came in here. So I feel like a song comes on because you guys have same music, so I feel like they're having music playing while they're working, and they're like, "Oh yeah," it's a song that you of a band, whatever that you guys like, and so it came on, and then so they thought of you, and then they had to get back to work, kind of thing like that. What else do they have here? Yeah, so we have the 9 of Wands. There's this barrier. 10 of Pentacles is relationship, and then 9 of Wands is this barrier, right? That's standing in between that happening. And so that barrier keeps coming up. It's like we said, it's gonna take something. Yeah, even the tower card on the bottom. It's gonna take something for it to, you know, um, to be able to happen. This barrier has to be removed, but the barrier is there on purpose. It's not like it's um, unplanned by your spiritual soul and posse and everything. It's like the barrier's there to kind of give you time to focus on you and what you want in your life and clearing out thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, all that time that we have to be able to, spend time with friends and family and do all our sorts of stuff, right? So I feel like that's what's coming in with there. All right. So that's what they have for you there. So many blessings. And then we'll get into more here, of course, with your free question, which is what is that one thing David thinks about you a lot? Ooh, all right. It better be PG, David. That's all I have to say. I'm just kidding. Let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know here? What are these? Okay. Well, okay. All right. Well, this isn't so bad. Got two major arcana. So you've got the Hanged Man, which is like this transformation. It's like this someone who has become a butterfly, right? Because it's the cocoon and the transformation, and the Sun card, which is passion, brightness, warmth, and they like the fire that they see here. But the Hanged Man, is this um, transformative like type of energy, and that's what they see about you is like you're this brightness and you help people transform who they are. And I feel like when the thing that he thinks about a lot is just like how you just can walk into a room and light it up, and they kind of feel like, wow, they just think about you and it brightens them up that you have this energy that kind of just floods out and has that way, which, you know, and I just feel like the reason why they think about it a lot is because they're trying to figure out what it is. They're like, what is it that just there? But what is it? What's the reason? And so that's kind of what's on their mind is like, why how does it impact me like that? And it impacts other people too. So it's not just me. Oh, da, 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 then he gets off into his thinking mode. But I like that for you. That's what they're based on current energies. That's what's coming in there. Right. So that's what they have for you, Maria. Thank you again for your donation and your patience, especially for me getting to these readings. All right. All righty. So, excuse me, let me take a sip here. There it is. You ever drink from those little things with the cup and there's a bubble in there? Because I haven't drank from it yet. And it's like you're waiting for it. You keep tipping it more and you just know it's about to go. All right. So, the first reading up is MMC. And you want to know, will you be able to submit the work assignment tomorrow by the end of the day? All right, based on current energies. What do we have here? All right. You definitely have the possibilities here. You got the Seven of Cups and you've got the Page of Wands here. So the Seven of Cups represents distraction. As I'm all being distracted looking at the sun outside. Distraction, there's a lot of different things, a lot of emotions that are pay attention to me, pay attention to me, pay attention to me. If you can focus with this Page of Wands and just say, all right, I'm going to turn off my phone. I'm going to shut off my email on my computer. I'm going to put on music that is no words. It's just calming music or just trance music or whatever music of your choice, but no words that will get you singing along and get distracted. It's zeroing everything out and focusing. Yeah, you can get it done. But all these distractions are kind of yelling. And it's like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to shut everything down and I'm going to just do it. Just sit down and do it. And then you'll get it done. So I like that. So that's what they have for you, MMC. So many blessings to you. And then Highness, you are up. When will you meet a romantic partner? All right. Let's take a look here and see what the Spirit wants you to know here. So you got the Five of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So the Five of Wands is transforming energy from lower vibration to higher vibration. And it shows here with all this energy, the timing is in your hands. Because the Ace of Wands is whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. And I'm like this 1 to 5, it's like it can be a month or it can be 5 months. It's the range. And uh, how you can adjust your energy. Like if I focus on like, I want love, I want love, I want love, I want love. I'm telling the universe, what the universe hears is, I like to want love, I like to want love, I like to want love, but not get it. Like, okay, well, we'll keep love away because that's what you want. No. So what we can do with our energy, because we're feeding that and pushing love away when we're focusing on the wanting it or feel like we're missing it. Because like I really enjoy missing love. Can you just keep it away longer? I just want to feel that a little longer. It's like no. But instead, we can focus on the love that we have had in our lives, right? So if you've had relationships, you've like a little journal entry of, all the things I loved and I was grateful for in the loves that I've had in my life. And then also we just give it to the creator. We ask them once, I would like love in my life, and I'm so grateful that you're going to bring the perfect person in the perfect way, in the perfect timing. Timing one I know is tough, but perfect person, perfect way. And then you just hand it to them, and then you just start gratitude, gratitude, gratitude for I'm so grateful for you that you're bringing them in, and I'm so grateful, that of all these loves that I've had and these things I loved about these other ones. And then the universe is like, oh, you love feeling those things, and you love, having a relationship. So we're going to bring that in, and so that's the difference in the switch up. So 1 to 5 months, the range depends on your amount of focus on gratitude instead of missing and wanting that brings them in. And the more you work on your self love, right, your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, emotions, energy, your physical world, whatever, raising that, that speeds things up too, because lower vibrational things drag things slower. Higher vibrational speeds things up, right? So that's what they have for you, Highness. So many blessings to you. And then Miniheel, which month of 2024 is a little big or celebration coming? All right. So let's take a look here for 2024. All right. Well, you got one card that comes out. 10 of Cups, joy, celebration, October. Boom, boom, boom. And one of these days, too, I bought some charms, which are numbers. I just haven't opened them up yet. And I just know they're already showing me. I'm trying to open it and they just go all over the place. So in the future, I'm going to be bringing in some charms. I've got zodiac charms, letter charms, and number charms. So we can, I'm sorry, zodiac sign charms as well. I probably said them all twice now, but going to use these and other charms to do readings, and then my recorded readings, pick a card readings. I'm going to do some love readings, and then also I want to try to bring them into these sessions, have some special sessions too. So I'm excited, but I feel like it's October. All right, so that's what's coming in, Miniheel. So many blessings to you. And then Day Sturgis, you are up. So Day Sturgis, and you want to know a positive message. All right. They're all positive, aren't they? Positive for your human. I get it. I know sometimes spiritual messages, it's like, well, that's positive. It's the end result's gonna be great. It's like, I just want something happy. Can't you just give me something happy? Yeah, I like it. You got the shaman card coming here, and which is all about power and energy, and that there is this movement with the Eight of Cups is that you've been focusing on transforming your emotions and being aware of what relationships no longer serve you. And that dragon is headed off to the Nine of Cups, which is like a dream come true type of energy. So they're telling you here that this effort that you've been putting in is the fruition is coming very soon, and that's where they're headed off to. It's going to feel like an emotional dream come true here. I feel like 2 to 4 weeks. So it could be by the end of June, if not by the middle of June, like this time in June, that you will see this fruition come in. So I like it. That's a positive message. So feels like you've been gathering emotional energy. So if you've been looking for love, I feel like you're going to get a introduction. You're gonna see them. And it's funny because in my charms these red lips were, so it's romance. I like it. All right, so that's what's coming in there for you, Day Sturgis. So many blessings to you. All right, and then Bonita, you are up next. What's coming up for you in the coming weeks? All right, let's take a look here. What do they want you to know here? 1, 2, 3 weeks. Let's take a look here. So week 1, next week, Devil card, shaking, rattling, Saturn energy, really looking into some beliefs, some shaking of some beliefs. But there's reward that comes after that. You do have the Four of Swords, the second of week. So next week is a little bit of a head thinker, head scratcher, trying to figure things out, looking and evaluating. The week after that, you find peace of mind. And then the week after that, you've got the Six of Pentacles, which is this equal giving and receiving that comes in here. So whatever this is next week, whatever is you're gaining clarity and challenging some old beliefs, you evidently let them go because the second week you have a really peace of mind about what's unfolding, and then you get the reward in the third week. So that is what is coming in here for you. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So many blessings to you, Bonita. And then happy pill. You want to know how will your life be with your partner after you get married? All right. So let's take a look here. What they want you to know here about your relationship after you get married. All right. All right. Well, it's very passionate. You've got whoa, you got the 10 of wands, the queen of wands, and what was the other one? The 5? The 5 of wands. So there's a big transformation of passion that happens. I mean, 10 of wands is like on fire, and the queen of wands very passionate. So there's a lot of passion, a lot of fire, a lot of activity, a lot of movement in a lot of ways, right? So I just feel like there's a great release of togetherness, of ecstasy in a way, but it's not just sex. It just feels like life is sparked because of this. It's almost like a spiritual connection, energetic connection you have together that is through, the the body and the caring. It's like you guys feel like you become one, and you have very intimate moments. And so this piece of it, they're telling you, it's like, wow, it's so deep, and it's so the energy just moves between the two of you that you guys are just like, what the heck was that? So I love that. It's a very much this a lot of what it talked about here, because they just brought it back to me in this. um, if you haven't checked out The Path to Love by Deepak Chopra, it's reminding me of the last chapter, which is what the second to the last, which is all about true ecstasy, which isn't just a physical act. It's actually has had to do with our being, and I like it. So if you have a chance to pick that book up, if you haven't, I really would. Right, that's what they have for you, Happy Pill. So many blessings to you. And then Julie, you are up. So Julie, your life after 2 years. So fast forward 2 years from now, based on current energies. Of course, when we look at future, it's a world of possibilities. And so if you stay on track that you are now, like, it's going to lead you here. But if you even just altered a little bit, you're going to end up over here. So there's a big difference when just one little difference of a step. So looking at right now, 2 years from now, yeah, wow, it's very bright. I would probably stay on what you're on. You got the Sun card, which is bright, victory, abundance, overflowingness that comes in here. And you also had the what was this? The Six of Pentacles, yeah. Equal giving and receiving, abundance, again, where you have enough for you that you're given to someone, others too. So you feel this fullness of life that comes in here. So it feels very successful, bright, shiny, the sun shining on every area of your life, and you're feeling abundant. So I feel like there is this, security in that you're going to be great, with your outside world and with your energy of how you're feeling. A big passion for life coming in with the sun card too for you. And yeah, I really like that. Maybe even, I don't know if I see a child, so I don't know how this child, if it's this inner child with the sun card being Leo, inner child. Don't know if this is a child that you have yourself, or you're with child, or um, there's a new child being introduced into your life some way, somehow, as well. So interesting. So that's what I see there for you, Julie, right now. So many blessings to you. Right. And then J, you are up. Will your PM 50 KFE plan be successful? All right, let's take a look here. All right, let's take a look. All right. It definitely has the possibilities for it to be here. You have the full card, which is an ending of an old cycle, beginning of new adventure. And so there is this, it's the anything's possible kind of card with the full card. And with the Queen of Wands coming in here, the Queen of Wands is whatever she puts her mind to. She can get things done, but she owns her energy. And wherever she focuses her energy, she can make things happen. So it can be successful if you put the energy and the focus properly on it, and you allow yourself not to be restricted by supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and must. Kind of keep an open mind about how and how it can look and what you want to do with it, instead of it has to be this, because if it's this then it's not, but if it's this then it is, if that makes sense. So that's what they have for you there, JJJ. So many blessings to you. And then Shelly Rain, you are up. So a general for the rest of June would be lovely. You are very welcome. Let's see. Let's take another sip here. All right. So what we have here for the rest of June. All right. The Knight of Swords and the Eight of Cups. So there is this quest that's happening here with the Knight of Swords. And I feel like this is a seeking new communication or movement in new communication, but it's spawned here by this Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is like questioning and looking into these emotions that are kept below the surface, right? Because there's emotional energy that's required to keep things down. And so as we question these, allow one to come to the surface, look at it, transform it into higher wisdom, higher knowledge, then that energy that was being used to suppress it comes back to you. And then also this looking at these relationships, friendships with people in your life, family, friends, lovers, whoever, ex-lovers that you've been investing energy in maintaining these relationships, that you're realizing it's like doing an inventory where when you look at it and go, you know what, I'm always giving 80% and I'm keeping the relationship going. I'm going to let that go. I'm just going to stop investing in it. And if the other person goes, hey, and reaches out, then you can evaluate it and go, okay, maybe I'll keep this one going, but I'm only going to give 50%. Because friendships and everything, they go back and forth, but we're talking about the ones that are always 70, 80, 90% that you're giving, and they're not giving anything back, hardly. Then you just stop. They drift away. You get all that energy back, and that prepares you for this new communication. And I feel if you're looking for love, then it is this new communication that comes in, movement. It allows this trigger to come in, because as you're releasing all of that, you need this like treasury. I'm going to start using that word, treasury. I like that. Treasury of emotional energy that you'll be able to invest in something or someone, depending on what it is is it some new project or new thing you're trying in your life, or is it a new person? That if you're looking for that, that's what's going to come in, or both, but you're gaining all this emotional energy to come in, and this is what spawns that. So I like that for you. That's what's going to be happening over these next 2 weeks if you just look at doing that. All right. So many blessings, Shelly. All right. Just bring some more of these over here. And then Jeep, you are up next. So for your free question, and thank you so much for your donations earlier today and your journey. Oops. That's right. These were these two together. All right. Pay attention. So post-travel vacation, general after your trip to Italy. All right. I know, right? You're not coming back. You're just going to say, I'm staying here. Bonjour. No, that's French. Italiano. I don't know any. Pizza. I don't know. Is that? That's not an Italian word, right? Pizzeria. Ah. All right. So, what the spirit wants you to know for after your trip to Italy. I tell you, by the time Sunday afternoon comes, I get a bit giddy. So it is what it is. Yeah. So you got the Sire of Pentacles, which is the King of Pentacles. And then the Three of Cups, which is joy, celebration, community. And I like this. I mean, King of Pentacles is about abundance and fullness, and the Three of Cups, it's you just have this joy, this new excitement for life when you come back from that. You just feel the fullness of life, and you're like, all right, Three of Cups is also your spiritual posse, invisible support team that also makes themselves known here. And I just feel like you just come back full of joy and full of life. And this is what helps spark things, because you feel like your battery is recharged. You feel a renewed spark for life. And I feel like you have a great amount of motivation to want to, let's go, let's go, let's go. Um, Three cups. I don't know how many children you have. Do you have two, right? I'm not sure. But I feel like the Three of Cups also, you feel a bond when you come back, that you feel like a renewed bond with your children too, because it just feels like, you know, this your community is your family community too. So I like that. All right, so that's what they have for you. I do have the bottom of the deck, as I say, that's what they have for you. They also have for you the Empress and the Hanged Man. So again, there's this time here that you have, like you're kind of cocooning and planning the new birthing of your life that's coming in here. It's like, if you found out that you were pregnant, one, wow, that's going to be like a $1 billion thing, right? But you'd be the first man that was pregnant. But no, it's like if you realize that you were going to give birth, then you would be planning a lot of stuff, and this is what it's excitement of planning the birth of your new life. And so I like that. Right, so that's what's coming in. So many blessings to you. And then Anita Sankar, hello, hello. Should you accept proposal of Dizone? Will it be good or not? All right. So from Spirit, there's no shoulds. There's either there's just different decisions that have different outcomes. So what we'll do here is I'm going to pull one card for if you choose, and then one card if you don't. We'll see which one you feel is more in alignment with your wishes here. So if you do, you have the Page of Swords. So you learn a lot, you grow a lot, you see things from different perspectives and gain a lot of clarity. And I feel like there is a bit of a birthing going on, because you have this transformation of this beautiful butterfly. Let's see if I can get it to focus. There we go. Look at that beautiful butterfly. And then if you don't, you have the Justice card, which is a major arcana, which really a lot of clarity. Here's the Ace of Swords. So you got either case, it's like telling you you'll have a smaller experience here with the page if you do, but there's something even bigger, because you've got the major arcana with the Ace of Swords balancing and learning and clarity coming in. So, you know, if you feel you need to right now, you can. Um, I feel like there's something more coming here for you. And if you're okay with leaving a position after you've had it, for a couple weeks, do it if that's what you need, right? You're like, well, I don't want to let it pass me by if it's the only thing I'm going to get. It's not going to be the only thing you get. There's something bigger coming for you, but you're like, I can at least start the process, and then you can be like, you know what? I'm so sorry I found a position, something else. It's like, so much more what I'm looking for. So thank you, though. You can do that. Okay. So that's what's coming in for you, Anita. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Sean G, you are up. And let's see. I was reading you had said here too. Oh, I had said that you were going to be all home all weekend, and you end up staying in, but you didn't think you were, but you ended up getting caught in the rain and feeling sick, so you stayed home. I love it. I love Spirit. Thank you for the validation of those. I love hearing them. Um, you know, because I just love hearing how Spirit brings through messages, and when they resonate and uh, things unfold, I just love hearing it because it just allows me to share the stories with people too, and it helps people believe in spirit, and I love that. Sometimes our human needs that to go, wow, right? So thank you for sharing that. And your question was, what guidance do you need for the situation with Kay? All right. Thank you guys, everyone, for your patience in getting through the readings. We still have a couple of handfuls to go. So hang in there. So what does Spirit wants you to know about Kay? What kind of guidance here? All right. Well, my dear. So you've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is all about you, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, new birth for yourself. And this Eight of Pentacles is about, it's one of my caterpillar, cocoon to butterfly kind of energies. With a combination of these, I feel like what you need to be aware of with this is that you have been changing. Let me just move up a little bit. You've been changing, you've been altering, you've been going in your cocoon and having this new viewpoints, new things in your life, right? And so the example that Spirit gives a lot with Eight of Pentacles is two caterpillars, and hey, they both agree, let's go into our cocoons. I'm going to become a butterfly. We're going to become butterflies, and we're going to do butterfly things. And oh God, did you hear? Butterflies love nectar, and we get to go find all these flowers, and we can migrate for thousands of miles. And these streams that keep us bound and we can't cross, we can just flutter over them. What? Yeah. And they're like, all right, let's go. And so you go into your cocoon, and you're going through that process of losing yourself, which a caterpillar does. It like dissolves into caterpillar soup to transform into a butterfly, loses its form to create something beautiful. And then you struggle to get out of the cocoon, and you break through, and then you're standing there in your big old wings. You're fluttering them while you're standing there drying them out, getting ready to fly. And you look around and you're like, wait a minute, where's the other butterfly? And you look over, and there's this huge caterpillar that the whole time you've been in the cocoon had been eating leaves. And you're like, hey. I'm like, oh, hey, wow, you look beautiful. And you're like, thank you, but why aren't you looking like this? And they're like, well, it looked like a lot of work, and I was kind of scared, so I just thought I'd eat more leaves. And you're like, well, I can't carry you. My leaves are not that, I mean, my wings are not that strong. I can't undo myself and become a caterpillar. So I got to go do caterpillar things. This is the Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, Queen of Pentacles. I got to do what I need to do for me. And if they're not willing, or they say they are, like, great, you know what? I'm going to be over in this butterfly flower garden, enjoying all these flowers, and I might just take a little trip here and there. I'll check back in with you to see if you have cocooned yourself or not into transformation. And if they haven't, then you go do butterfly things, and they can go do caterpillar things. And I feel like that's important for you to know with that is you can't control their growth. You can't force them into cocoon. You can't have them do things. It's like, that's up to them. I focus on me and my energy and my path and what I want to do and where I want to go, right? So that's what's coming in for you there, Sean. Hopefully that helps. So many blessings to you. And Swaroop Bobby, you are up next. So, what is coming towards you? Let's see. What does Spirit want you to know that's coming towards you? Okay, maybe I want that one. And that one. All right. What do we have? Got the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Cups. Wow. So, Queen of Swords is like, the she rules with the King of Swords over the thoughts and beliefs, right? Swords, air energy. All queens are given a second portion of water cups, which all the Ten of Cups there, right? Which is a balance between head and heart. But when I get it in a combination with the Ten of Cups, which is like emotional overflow and like relationship kind of energy, this tells me that you're coming across someone that feels like like a dream come true in a way, but it's very compatible because they are at peace with their heart and sharing their emotions, but they're also able to go into thinking, it's balancing head and heart. They're not all the way in their head and all the way in their emotions, that they're so in their mind they don't know what an emotion is, or they're so emotional they don't know what reality is. It's someone that's very balanced, therefore it's like someone that fits like a glove. So I feel like this is headed towards you, and this is what's coming towards you, is this relationship that's coming in. Oh, look at even these little dragons. You got little baby dragons. Cute. So I love that. So I do feel like you're like this relationship that's just gonna feel like wonderful, is on its way towards you. So that's what's coming in, Swaroop. So many blessings to you. All right, let me just move some more of these over here. Two and two and two. All right. And then Dollface Diva, you are up. So messages from Spirit. What does Spirit want you to know right now for Dollface Diva? I feel like there's some sort of event coming towards you in your life here. Yeah, there is. So you've had the Knight of Pentacles, which has been slow moving. You've been slowly moving towards something. But with the Page of Pentacles, I feel like it's arriving here. So whatever external opportunity or event that you've been waiting for to happen is here. It's about to show itself. And I'd say within the next 2 weeks, by the end of June, I just feel like whatever this is that you've been waiting for, waiting to move forward, that you get part of it, if not all of it, coming in, where you're just like, here it is. If it's a relationship, you get to meet them and you're like, hey, or if it's an opportunity, money, whatever, I feel like you start to feel, you get the introduction of it, and then things start to progress. So by the end of June, I feel like you're going to get this, whatever you've been waiting for to unfold. It's going to start to come to fruition. And then like you get a piece of it somehow, some way, even if it's the news and you're of it, you're like, yes. And then things start progressing after that. So I like that for you, Dollface Diva. Hopefully you know what that means. Right? Many blessings to you. And then Carmel Damon. So you want to know DL's current feelings and intentions towards you. All right. And if you asked this like yesterday, I did get to it. So if you want more information, be sure to check out the videos from yesterday. All right. Well, you got two sevens. 7 of Wands, 7 of Swords. Swords, right? Yeah. So, but the energy between the two of you here, the 7 of Swords is this, I don't want to say deceit, but it is a deceit. It is the thief. It is the, concealing things, um, game playing, kind of energy that comes in there. Um, so I normally don't get that a whole lot. It's usually our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are deceiving us and ourselves and making us feel limited, and also like having opportunities stolen out of our lives. But this 7 of Wands is like, and this is where we're looking at their intentions. I just want to be seen. I want to be me. I'm not going to dim my light for anyone. I'm not going to alter myself in anyone. Here I am, and I want to be seen. I want to be stand out kind of energy that comes in here. And that's why I feel like with these two sevens together, it is, you know, even numbers are flowing numbers, odd numbers are stopping numbers, are halting numbers, are things are brought forward for us. And so their feelings and intentions towards you, the purpose of them in your life is to challenge you, to make you really look at your fears, look at how you believe about things, how you feel about yourself and your self-worth and self-love. And I feel like this is what's coming in here. It just feels like they can't be truthful to themselves. How can they be truthful to you? They can't have love for themselves. How can they have love for you? Right. And I feel like they're just lower vibrational fire sign energy, which is I need to be seen, I need to be touched, I need everyone to recognize me. That's the lower vibration of the fire energy. But the higher vibration is amazing and beautiful. So there is higher expressions of things. But I feel like when we're looking at their feelings and intentions towards you, I don't feel like they're being true to you because they're not being true to themselves. And their intentions, I feel, are I don't want any intentions. I want to be free. I want to be me. I just want to be able to hang out kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's coming through there, Carmel. Hopefully that makes sense. So many blessings to you. Hang it in there. And then Valerie Calver, you'd like a reading. So I'm going to give you a general reading since I didn't see a question. So let's see what Spirit has here for you. What do they want you to know right now? All right. All right. Look at all this concealing, all this wings wrapped around one another. So we've got the, Two of Swords, which is close your eyes and open your heart. And you've got the Hanged Man, which is about being the cocoon. It's about transformation and pausing to give you time to really work out between your head and your heart what you're looking for in your life, because our mind will take us out of fear into supposed tos, shoulds, need tos, have tos, musts, and out of fear, rooted in fear of rejection, fear of failing, fear of not being good enough, or whatever the delicious fear is that these are tied to. This is you transforming this. This is you getting out of here, closing your eyes and disconnecting, connecting to your heart and go, who am I? What do I want? Not listening to everyone else. What is it that I want? I want to move forward. I want to do this. So I feel like that's the kind of energy that they're having you look at here, and you're in this cocoon, just kind of wrapped within yourself, reflecting and allowing yourself this time for transformation to come in. And it's worth it because butterflies are beautiful, right? Right, so that's what's coming in there for you, Valerie. Hopefully that resonates for you. And then Arushi Gupta, you'd like a general reading. Let's take a look here. All right. You have the Sun and the Death card. Dun, 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 dun. So you got two major arcana, which means you have a significant death and rebirth coming up here, where there's an ending and a beginning. But it's in the end, the Sun is brilliant. It's abundant. It's full. One of the most successful cards in the entire deck. So whatever this transformation is, it's definitely, they're saying it's okay. Trust that it's for you. Because with the Sun card coming in, it is. It's like, wow, it just shines the bright light upon your life in a very positive way. So whatever transformation and change is coming here, or you just have gone through, or is happening right now, it's not like a long time ago. I feel like it's this month. It's happened already, if it has happened, or it's happening now, or it will happen by the end of June, that you, um, like any kind of, you know, ending and beginning, it's like when the ending first happens, we're like, but then when we realize something has to end for something else to begin, when the beginning starts, you're like, ah. So it's like a, and then an exhale. So I like that for you. So hopefully that makes sense. That's what they have for you right now, Rushi. So many blessings. All right. And then we got Kritika Malhotra. Hello, hello. And so, as you know, my college got a, I know, right? Free for 2 months before the next college. Oh, whatever will you do, right? This is what you're asking. Will I find some course or vacation or something? I feel so empty. Well, it is a period here. Let's take a look here and see. But it's important for you to recharge and reflect right now, too. And so, nurture yourself, get ready, because you won't have this to be able to do it here. Yeah, you got the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups. You got both right after one another. So this is about movement of emotion. So let your heart take you to go do some things. Let your heart sing and flow during these couple months, because the brain takes back over in 2 months, right? So go do stuff, initiate stuff. There's you have the ability to do all that stuff. And so they are nudging you to find things that make your heart sing. It's like, okay, I've got 2 months to go enjoy and do things I love, 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 love before I get back into my brain. And so I feel like it's um, important for you to follow your heart with both of those. So I feel like you will. Just if no one else is doing anything else, then don't wait around for everyone else. Initiate it. Say, I'm going to do this. Who's in? Right. All right. So that's what's coming in there for you, my dear. Enjoy your time off. Right. Many blessings. And then Ateshi Singh, want to know, is fame destined for you? All right. So let's see here. Nope. Let me reshuffle these. There we go. So is fame destined? Okay. All right. Well, let's take a look here. Okay. What are these? All right. You have the Page of Swords. I don't feel like it's destined, but you do have the ability and possibilities to be known in the outside world, in the physical world. You have the High Priestess, which is about stepping back, connecting higher, going behind your veil, diving deep. And with this Page of Swords, it is about questioning your thoughts and beliefs, looking into your emotions, and then you have this beautiful Six of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles, which is the balancing between the head, not the head and the heart, the balancing between giving and receiving, and the Ten of Pentacles, which is abundance and fullness of the outside world. That's where I feel like the fame comes in. And it could be with the Ten of Pentacles, it's partnerships too. So it could be part of who you end up being with. Both of you together are what bring you notoriety in the outside world as well. But I feel like there's definitely this outward visibility and recognition there. When we talk about fame, like the old TV show Fame, I'm going to live forever. Um, it's not like infamous fame, like if like Julia Roberts, everyone knows who she is, right? It's like, oh my gosh. But I don't feel like it's like that. But I feel like there is notoriety that does come into your life for sure. So that's what's coming in. But just make sure to do that inner reflection of your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and emotions that come in there, to release those things, because when you get into the public eye more and more and more, it does become difficult, especially if you have an outburst because of someone says something you haven't looked at within you, and you're like, and they capture you hissing, at someone. So it's all about finding this stability, finding this release of things on the inside is a precursor to all that. All right. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings. And then we have Madam Bird. Hello, hello. Let me just move some of these others up here, see where we're at here. Whoops, that one went weird. All right. Just move these a little higher here, just to get a good idea. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more with Madam Bird. So hang in there, everybody. We're getting in the final lap here. So Madam Bird, you would love to see if any romantic connections regarding anyone you know, or any initials or astro signs that stand out. Oh, and we'll take a look here. I know I've got one of these days, I've got my new, as I was talking about earlier, I got some new charms. I just haven't put them into containers and stuff yet. I've got numbers, astrological signs, and letters of the alphabet. So we'll have those in the future, but for right now, they're not available. Soon, maybe by next weekend. We'll see how this week goes. So let's see here. Any romantic connections regarding anyone you know? I don't feel like it's gonna be anyone that you know. You have the 8 of Cups, which is leaving behind any emotions and relationships that don't serve you to head off to the 9 of Cups. That's where that dragon's headed off to, which is emotional dreams come true. So, I don't feel like it's someone you know now. Um, oh, wow, you got 3 cards coming in here. So, okay. You got the 2 of Cups, relationship, 2 of Pentacles, which I feel like I don't know if we talked about do you have a faded relationship? I feel like that with this choice that you don't have like one that's faded, but it's an optional relationship that you can have. I just kind of it's like sometimes we choose relationships where um the extent of relationships are up to us how far we want to take them. Other relationship, it's like, no, you're gonna get married, you're gonna have children, you're gonna have this and this, right? But this one feels like because I feel like you're gonna have an opportunity of two different people that come in here. One of them, though, and you got the star card coming in is Aquarius energy or air sign energy, but really the star is the Aquarius. They usually have the two water bearer, barrels that they're pouring out into both the sea and the land. So I feel like you will have a choice between a couple, but this Aquarius energy definitely is standing out, and so that's what they are looking at for that there. The other one, I just feel like it's a mystery because they're like you'll have like two people interested, but then one's going to be the Aquarian, and they're going to be that unique, quirky, friendly Aquarian, and then you're able to like they just really draw and you really click with them. And so I feel like that is the love connection that you have coming towards you. So that's what they have for you, Madam Bird. All right, many blessings. And then Vidi Jalan, hello, hello. So what's the energy like for this week for you? Let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know here? All right. So you have the Page of Swords and the Six of Cups. This has a lot to do with like you're getting communication, maybe from someone from the past that's reaching out, but quite honestly, it feels like with the Six of Cups, that's past life energy, and it can definitely be someone new coming into your life that you're meeting with this, energy. So it's either someone from your past significantly is reaching back out to you, or it's someone from your past lives that's coming in. You're coming in contact with them during this next week. So I feel like you've been really expanding your energy, and the energy the planet's been expanding. That the realizations of the energy, our past life connections, is really coming forward. We're really recognizing it, and I feel like that if it is someone from the past that you're like, well, I didn't feel it back then. When you connect with them, you're like, whoa, what is this? It's like because you felt it from a past life. So I like that. All right. So that's kind of the energy for next week, Vidi. So many blessings. All right. And this one's next here. So Mika Khan, you are up. So you're saying, I'm not talking about spirits or angels, but does God exist? God, like, the version that matches your description of God. You know, I mean, there's a creator, there's the ultimate, because they showed themselves to me and I turned to stone. No, I'm just kidding. They showed me how we were created as souls, that there's this being of bright light, and they kind of showed that what would be like a hand extending. They wanted to see and understand themselves. And so a piece of them extended and became this massive all these little itty bitty versions of themselves, almost like all these trillions of little eyes that were looking back. And they were able to see themselves through the eyes of our souls, and we were looking there. And it was like, wow, this awareness, we could see the mightiness of who they were, and then we fully understand who we are in that. But we, like the creator, also wanted to understand ourselves. And so we, each of us, kind of just extended and reached out. And it's like this long drip of our soul. The lowest vibration is like humanity. And there's all these other vibrations, all these other versions of ourself experiencing all these massive different lifetimes and different dimensions and different worlds and universes and all sorts of fun stuff because we're so powerful. We're creators, little mini creators, limitless. And so we're doing all of this, and spirits and angels and everyone else are expressions of those little bits and pieces. And so we are all one when we all go back and all connect with Creator, but we're also like the Creator experiencing life through us as us, looking back at them and looking at the world and understanding ourselves. So, that Creator exists, and our perceptions are not wrong. They're just influenced by what our humanity, our human characters have experienced and looked at and been. And it's like, okay. And so Creator exists, and our guardian angel, is a piece of the Creator. Everything is a part of the Creator in a way when we look at it all in the big scheme of things, but we're trying to experience life separate. Feel like what does it feel like to be separate and different, and or veiled from remembering who we are. And so our perceptions of who the Creator is changes through time. When I was in Christianity, I used to think, wow, God is a jealous God who conditional love that required a sacrifice, and blah 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 and da, da, da. And I'm like, oh, no, that doesn't sit right with me. I believe God and the Creator is unconditionally loving being, and just they want us, to interact with them and see them and build a relationship with them before we join them again. And there's this, um, hopefully that brings clarity in there for you, and that no version of the Creator is wrong. It's just how we feel and experience them in the moment. But try not to I used to say, I tried to fit God into a box, and then when I tried, he crushed all my boxes. He was so big, all my boxes were crushed. And that you can't fit the Creator into, this is who they are. It's like this is a part of the expression of who they are, but there's so much that we can't comprehend with this human brain. So hopefully that helps. About You can develop your own personal relationship with the Creator, not try to fit it into what everyone else says you're supposed to. I always look at like organized religions or organized spirituality as an opportunity for us to connect with the Creator. It's like going to a party and people are like, oh my God, there's someone I want you to meet. You're going to love them. But before you meet them, just know that they think you're a sinner, and they actually had to come down as a part of themselves to sacrifice themselves for you. So just know you owe them big. And then blah 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 blah. All right, let me go introduce you to them. And you get to talking with them, Creator, right? And you're just like, you're nothing like they told me about. And they're like, what did they say? And you're like, this, and they're like, whoa, okay, well, that is the kind of relationship they have with me, because they heard some things and they haven't listened to me to try to correct that I love them unconditionally. But they're working on it. That's our relationship, but we can have our own. Do you want to like go to coffee and let's just get to know one another? Yeah. And so going to church, going to temple, going to synagogue, mosque, whatever, when we go to whatever group or drum circle or whatever, everyone, humanity wants to like try to get everyone to believe like them. They'll try to get everyone into that, but it's a personal relationship. It's not a group relationship. At least we have a group relationship with it, but Your relationship with the creator is your own. And then we all get together and, but hopefully that helps. All right. So that's what they have for you, Mika. Many blessings to you. I love the question. Thank you for asking that. All right. And then Lucky, you are up next. So does the negative energy coming from a neighbor, will they eventually get in trouble or move? Are you picking up a time frame leaving the neighborhood? All right, let's take a look here. So what does Spirit want you to know here about this energy? All right. So we got the Sire of Wands, which is the King of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. So let's replace negative energy with fearful energy, right? Does this fear energy that's coming from my neighbor, will that get them to move? Will they move, and is there a time frame for their move? Well, the Five of Pentacle represents this feeling of being homeless, this fear of being homeless, this fear of lack, of being out of control, of um, being left behind, abandoned. They got these fears that they have here. And the King of Wands tells us that whatever we focus on is what grows and expands and we attract to us. And this is the message for really for both for you asking about your neighbor and for yourself, right? So the neighbor, let's take them first. If your neighbor focuses on negativity and fears, I'm going to be homeless, I'm going to be thrown out, I'm going to be gone, I'm going to be da 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 da. They're drawing that energy toward them, and then self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Same thing for you. When you're looking at whatever energy you focus on is what you're drawing to it. So if you're like focusing on my negative neighbor, my negative neighbor, my negative neighbor, you're telling the universe, you know what I really love? Having negative neighbors. Can you bring me more? Can you make sure they stay around longer? And you're just like, uh-oh. But if we instead have gratitude for the neighbors that we love and gratitude that we have a home, we start focusing on the higher vibrational things that exist in our life, having gratitude for them all, then we're telling the universe, I enjoy when I have that. And then they'll bring more of that the same. And what will happen is if you're focusing on all the positive neighbors, even what you love and like about this neighbor, they can't be negative 100% of the time. Um, there's got to be something, like, well, they pick up their dog poop, or they don't have trash in their front yard. You just start thinking whatever you can to be grateful for in them. Then the universe is like, oh, you enjoy being grateful for things in them. Let me bring you more things to be grateful for in your neighbor, right? And so there's this transformation. Understand that they will continue. If they continue in their negativity, then they're going to draw a lot of negativity that comes into their life. But so will you. If you're focusing on your own negativity, then you also will receive those as well. So I'm sure it keeps on slipping down. There we go. So hopefully that makes sense. But I don't feel like there's a time frame that they're giving me, because I feel like the the possibilities and the energy is changing, because now you are aware of your energy, and their energy fluctuates. So they're like, it's really up in the air. We're not there. It hasn't been decided yet. So it's not a fated thing whether they be there or not. It's an optional thing, but it has to do with their energies and then also your energies. So right. So that's what they have for you, lucky. So many blessings to you. And then Rhonda, you are up. So can we see what Spirit's advice for the week to come with Matt is? All right. What else? All right, those. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. So next week we got the Seven of Pentacles, which is one of the, you know, last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, the patience of things of the fruit, coming your way. I feel like this next week, just with this pausing, this, huh, what, got the Ace of Swords, which is about some reflection and seeing things from a higher perspective and differently, cutting away some fears. But the Four of Cups is this emotional stability. And I feel like you're kind of seeing things differently, where you're realizing this feelings you got from the outside world, which is the 3 cups, isn't really kind of been boring, it hasn't been really super, super fulfilling. The Ace of Cups that's being offered is inward and upward, where we connect to that beautiful love from above. But I feel like there's just some energy coming in and some, because of the delays, because things are slow going, I feel between you and Matt, it's always happens on purpose. And this is where the seeing things from a different perspective, understanding them from a different perspective really comes in. And the 4 of Cups is emotional stability, but I feel like you just kind of sit with it going, you know what, I'm okay. It just feels like whenever I find love, it just doesn't feel fulfilling. Now, something that you'll realize that when you have enough relationships, you start looking at each one and going, it was the same love that I had with everyone. So it's this feeling of love that makes me feel good, not the person necessarily, I know pleasure wise, but I'm talking about fulfillment, inner fulfillment. And you just realize that it's all the same love, the love of family, the love of friends, the love of creator. It's all the same love. There's just a little bit of different in expression of how it's expressed and experienced in between the two. When you realize that, and you realize the outside world just kind of feels empty. It's like you just say eating American Chinese food. You eat it and you're hungry an hour later. You're like, what is this? Right. So I feel like this next week is just kind of you're waiting for the grass to grow, for fruit to show up, but you're also doing a lot of reflection around life and it's like, well, when I have this, it doesn't feel full. It's because the only thing that will fill us up is inward and upward to that eternal, unconditional love from the higher realms. That's the 10-course meal our heart is so hungry for. The outside world can only give us desserts, right? It's a giant dessert bar. They can give us third dessert, fourth dessert, fifth dessert, and beyond. Inward and upward is where we find the 10-course meal with 2 desserts. So we're full, and that changes how we perceive the outside world, right? We no longer see it as something that's going to feed us because it's like all they can give us is dessert and sweets, empty calories that our heart's like, I'm so hungry for real emotional food. And then we turn inward and upward and like buffet, woo woo, 10-course meal. Wow. So hopefully that helps, Rhonda. That's what they have for you, right? So many blessings to you. All right. And then we've got Tortoise Love. Hello, Tortoise Love. And you have a new oh, you love the new background. Yeah, it actually I was like about, I don't know, 6 feet or more that way, and, I had a shelf that was up here, so everyone only saw, like, a small portion of it. So now I'm here, and I'm glad you're able to pick up the turtles, Tortoise. Tortoise Love. So I'm glad you like it. And my little handmade, dream catcher. I can be artistic when I want to be. See, it's got all these feathers and a half moon and new moon energy. All right. So we'd like a card pulled for your love life in the following weeks. Absolutely. Let's take a look here. So what do they want you to know here about your love life in the following weeks? All right. So you got 2 and 2. All right. Wow. So you got the Emperor and the 9 of Pentacles. So the Emperor, is Aries energy, new birth, but it's much more than that. And the 9 of Pentacles, the how it interacts with it here is that the 9 of Pentacles is like the Hermit's journey. The number 9 is the Hermit. Pentacles is about our outside world. So this is about having spent some time alone, or you are having time alone, or will be having time alone. It's to embrace this Emperor energy, which is about what do I want. And since we're talking about love, it's the Emperor. It's, let's say, like their advisors are like, but you got to marry, you got to carry on, you have to have a mate in order, to have, all royals need a mate. It's like, okay, okay. They're like, well, here's everyone we think you should be with. Da 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 da. All these advisors giving all this advice, giving all of their prospects. But it comes down to the emperor's like, thank you, everyone. You can clear the room. Now I'm going to look at what I want and I'm going to choose. I'm the emperor. It's my kingdom, my empire, not yours. I get to choose. And so there's this regarding love. It's you choosing, putting a plan together, and you making movement in this direction with this time alone. Now, you have the Queen of Cups and the Universe card also. Universe card is ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. Queen of Cups, she rolls over the emotions suits. She's the master, in fact, because all queens get a second portion of cups. So she's double water. So very much the master of emotion. Now, I feel like with all this, it's following your heart. Like, I'm already following my heart towards love. Well, that when these cards come out, it means we're in our head about supposed tos and shoulds, need tos, have tos, musts. Our heart knows what it wants, and it's on our brain will put it on a little leash where our heart's going, I want that, I want that, I want that. And they're like, nope, you can't have that. You got to go slow. And so the mind will really rein in the heart on a leash to try to keep them, from getting hurt and stuff from ever before. So just know here, that this is a time to step back, to question what it is I want, get out of the head, into the heart. What does my heart want? What would make my heart sing around, love? And then we start focusing on gratitude around the love lives that we've had, not focus on what we're missing. We just tell the universe, Creator, I would like to have a relationship. And from this moment forward, I'm going to have gratitude towards you for knowing that you're going to be bringing in the perfect person in the perfect way, in the perfect timing. I surrender that to you. I'm just going to start having gratitude every day for it. And then again, like I said, focusing in on, you know, seeing it in our mind of having, that we see the love and we feel the love and we find the, love energy within us, and our physical actions is writing out the things we love about our past loves, and the things we love in our life, gratitude journals, whatever we can do to raise our love vibrations, what allows them to come in faster as well. Excuse me, hiccup. So if you um focusing on that, then you should see progression. I like it. Right. So that's what they have for you, tortoise love. So many blessings to you. And then lastly, but not leastly, we got infinity. You got in between the door was closing and you're like, what, hey, wait a minute. So, and I knew because I was like, let me just tell everyone about some stuff because I feel like there's someone that is going to pop in. And sure enough, you did. So I knew there was a reason why Spirit was having me talk about my monthly videos available and blah, blah, blah. And then I was going to close out. And I looked, I'm like, yep, there you are. So good to see you. All right. So future of connection with L. Let's take a look here. What is the future of the connection with L? All right. All righty. Okay. All right. Well, we have the Tower card coming in here. Tower card is, of course, it represents something being suddenly removed out of our life to make space for something that's more in alignment with our heart and our soul, and clearing the pathway for us to move forward to get to that. And I know I'm like, I know. So I feel like they might be kind of because we got the Five of Swords, which is about conflict and arguments and the battle between the heart and the mind on the inside too. But I feel like you have the Two of Cups coming in. You do have this love that's coming forward here soon for you. And the Two of Swords, I feel like you're going to have a choice. Like, this, um, fork in the road that it's like, well, I could go that way or that way, and I feel like there's, um, this acceptance is a good word. Acceptance of this tower moment and with this thing happening that removes them out of your path, because what replaces it is like it's like someone, the police come in and you're having a romantic dinner. Police come, and not that this is going to happen. They're just showing me this. They come in and they take them away, right? They take away L, and now you have an empty chair that's not reserved, and you're like, oh, okay. And then this person comes over and go, do you mind if I sit down? And you're just like, holy moly, who are you? You look like Brad Pitt or whoever your heartthrob is, right? I just say Brad Pitt because there was a video I saw. Everyone was like, Brad Pitt, hey Brad, it was like everyone was flirting with them. But so, you know, and then you're like, please. They sit down and you guys talk, and you're like, oh my gosh, me too. And his compatibility, and someone who's just like, right, like a dream come true. Someone who you don't have to feel like you're given 90% all the time. It's someone who, actually feels like it's such an equal type of attraction and interactions and investment. So I like that for you, Infinity. Right? That's what they have for you right now. So I know it's like, oh, but Al, but you're like, yeah, but Brad or whoever. But anyway, so that's what's coming in there, Infinity. So many blessings to you. All right. And for everyone else, hopefully I didn't miss anyone. I will be back on Friday for the next free readings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. In the meantime, I do offer personal readings. All that information is in the description box. Past life readings, relationship readings, life purpose readings, bunch of things. All of it's down below. And if you're not able to purchase readings, I totally understand that too. I've got a ton of free content on my main page. Got June and July monthlies. I've got pick a card for cancer season that just came out this week. Ton of other pick a cards around relationships, money, career, things like that. What else? What else? What else? Oh, I have my podcast From Chaos to Cozy. Talks a lot about the tools of how to change our life from a lower vibrational chaos towards a higher vibrational place of cozy. I think that's it. And this week, coming up on the 20th, we'll be having solstice readings. So, and they're going to be relationship readings. So be sure to keep an eye out for that. There'll be 12 a.m., 12:01 a.m. on the 20th Mountain Time, where I'm at. And so they'll be out there, and they give an overall reading for all of them. Like, let's say it's Aquarius, right? It gives a overall reading for all Aquarians, like one oracle card. That's beautiful love message. And then we break it into singles and looking, married or coupled, and then happy hermits. And there's messages for each of those. So it's like an hour-long video, but you can choose which one you want. And I'm excited for those. So that's what we'll keep an eye out. All right, everybody, that's what I have. So thank you again so much for all the thumbs up, for all the love, support, for your patience in getting to your readings. And until I see you guys again, remember every second of every day of your lives that you truly are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. Of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon. And in a moment, I will post a comment listing the order in which all the readings were completed in the session so you can find it easier. All right. Much love. Take care.